This is Mr. Spivack, and he is the head of the Department of Space. What does the head of the Department of Space do, Mr. Spivack?
Well, first off, it's Director Spivack. I didn't spend the bulk of my professional career playing clean the cockpit with party leadership just to be called Mister by some little man-child in a little boy suit. And second, let me just take this phone call. Beep, bop, boop. Yes, Mr. President, I can track down Han Solo for you.
But the phone didn't ring.
You're quick, Evan. I'll give you that.
It's Ethan.
Tell me, Andrew, when was the last time a member of your family was brutally raped and cross-impregnated by a warmongering species of space aliens?
Never?
Well, then I guess you could say my job is done. For now.
But what is your—
Anthony, a presidential hopeful, possibly former Grand Wizard David Duke, once said that our future is in the stars, and that is what I do. The stars thing, not the hating Jews and blacks thing. Jews and blacks are great. They're great people. Make sure you write that down. Jews and blacks, great.
Jews and
best.
blacks
Jews and
are
blacks,
great
best
people.
Better than the rest. Anyway, he knew that the energy that powers your Tinker Toys and various erogenous devices is controlled by a bunch of beard-growing suicide bombers that would sooner set oil wells on fire than give a gallon of gasoline to power the iron lung that is keeping your Gram alive.
But my Nana died last year.
So if we're going to survive, we need to find resources out there in your various galactic bodies and ice planets, so you don't spend the rest of your life giving handies to some Saudi big shot just to get enough petrol to power your Vespa so you can drive yourself off a cliff after you realize what a corporate whore you've become. I can tell by your stunned silence that you are grateful that I just saved your life. Would you like to hear about the time I went skeet shooting with Gary Busey?
Ethan! I thought I told you Director Spivack was too busy for your report.
Nonsense! I always have time to educate the future leaders of this fine country. Alan, you are aware of the ever-growing dangers of chlamydia, right?
Ethan, let's go.
Don't be a fool, Edgar. Wrap your tool.
Okay, so I'm going to help you do some editing to your report when you're done.
Aunt Cobie, what's chlamydia?
Why don't you meet with the head scientist here? He should be able to tell you all sorts of cool stuff about what it's like to work for the United States government.
My name is Dr. Garrett Milson, and I am the chief scientist here at the Department of Space.
Wow, you must be really important here. What does the chief scientist do?
Well, my overarching goal here is to implement the DOS strategic plan, as well as work as a liaison between my agency and the Earth and Space science community.
But there's a crossword puzzle on your desk.
Yes. Apparently part of my responsibilities is to fill in the answers to the Washington Post crossword that Director Spivack can't answer, which is typically the entire crossword. So, tell me, Ethan, do you work hard in school?
Yes, I get all good grades.
Oh, good. My advice is when a government recruiter comes by and tries to get you to join some bureaucratic hellhole like this, you run. You run to the closest faceless corporation and you take the first thing they offer, because even though your accomplishments will only pad the wallets of 1% of the population, at least they'll match your 401k and allow you to tell yourself with a sliver of certainty that 22 years of education atop the daily intellectual teabagging that you have to answer to a person who refuses to use a microwave because he thinks the radiation will his DVD collection of CW shows. So, how would you like to see the particle accelerator? Ethan? Ethan?
6 hours. 6 hours is all it took to deconstruct 10 years of believing in brighter tomorrows. This is the world we live in. Don't let the man make you think there's nothing more important than coloring in between the lines, because no matter what you do, the people that run the machine into the ground, mind you, will move those lines to keep you in a position of self-enforced corporate servitude. Tell your parents to spare you stories of sugar plums and rainbows, because the world out there is fueled by Craigslist misconnections and Fiona Apple nip slips. You want my report on how the government works? Fine. Bend over and I'll take a rusty sewer pipe and show you. End of report.
Wow. That kid's fucking creepy.
So, yeah. Ethan will be spending the near-term future working through his PTSD in a psychiatric hospital. Yeah.
All right, was it just me, or was that closing a total ripoff of Hearts of Darkness?
Totally.
I was going to say the same thing.
Guys, he's been committed because he spent half a day with us. Doesn't that bother you?
Not as much as uninspired filmmaking.
Still better than Planet of the Apes.
You've got to
Still
be
better.
kidding me!
It was an Outbreak ripoff.
You're such a jackass.
You're the jackass, Jess.
Nice cans on that Slumdog Girl, though.